Hola clase, hoy hablamos de los comparativos. In English, we compare things by adding er to the end of a word, like greater, stronger, but we can also use the words more, less, and as to make comparisons. Today we'll talk about how to make comparisons. Usamos los comparativos en español. Comparativos. Usa estas frases con un adjetivo para comparar dos cosas. Use these phrases with an adjective to compare two things. Más que significa more than. Mi abuela es más artística que mi madre. My grandmother is more artistic than my mother. Más artística que. Here you can see that the ... that I have, the ellipse, is showing where that adjective is inserted in the phrase. The adjective artística describes mi abuela. So here we say mi abuela es más artística que mi madre. The word que in this phrase means than, more artistic than. Continuamos con menos que. So this is the opposite, less than. La clase de ciencias es menos divertida que la clase de español. Science class is less fun than Spanish class. Menos divertida que. Notice that divertida matches la clase in number and gender. Continuamos con la frase tan como. Here it says as. Now we might not be sure how that gets used in English. It would be to say that something is as important as something else, or a similar adjective or another adjective in that phrase. So that's the phrase that we're looking at here. Let's look at the example. Your sisters are as intelligent as the teacher. Tus hermanas son tan inteligentes como la maestra. Both tan and como can mean as, can be translated as the word as. Tus hermanas son tan inteligentes como la maestra. Más frases. Usa estas frases sin adjetivo para comparar dos cosas. So here when you compare two things, there's no adjective. Más que significa more than. Notice here there is no room for an adjective to be inserted in between the words. Más que just goes in a row. Me gusta ir a la biblioteca más que al gimnasio. I like to go to the library more than to the gym. So here we're comparing one thing that we like more than another. This is a phrase where we commonly use these comparatives without an adjective. Menos que significa less than. Me gustan las galletas menos que el helado. I like cookies less than ice cream. Notice here, me gustan is plural, the plural form of gustar, to refer to las galletas. Continuamos con la frase tanto como. So this looks a little bit like tan como that we did on the first page, but here the word is tanto como. So when we put them in a row, we don't say tan como, we say tanto como. If you put an adjective in the middle, then you'll use tan and como. ¿Te gusta hablar tanto como escuchar? Tanto como significa as much as. Do you like to talk as much as listen? ¿Te gusta hablar tanto como escuchar? Hay más palabras comparativas aquí. Here are some more comparative words. Estas palabras comparativas, these comparative words, agree in number with the first noun. Mi madre es mayor que mi tía. My mother is older than my aunt. Here, mi madre is singular, so we use mayor to mean older instead of mayores. If we had a plural noun, we would say mayores que. So for an example of that, let's take a look at menor, menores, que significa younger. Mis hermanos son menores que mi hermana. Here, mis hermanos is plural, so we have a plural form of our verb, ser. The form son is third person plural. And then we use the plural form of this word, menores. Mis hermanos son menores que mi hermana. My brothers are younger than my sister. Mejor o mejores significa better. Los perros son mejores que los gatos. Dogs are better than cats. Mi manzana, this is peor o peores, significan worse. Mi manzana es peor que tus uvas. Here the second word, the second noun is plural, but the first one is singular, and so we use the singular form of peor because it needs to agree in number with the first noun. Mi manzana es peor que tus uvas. If you have questions about comparativos, you can let me know. Otherwise, continuamos. Hasta luego.